worry about it. I don't think he's out yet.
Thank you. Oh, Marty. Oh, I'm so happy I finally found you.
Did this guy tell you where I was?
He did. He knew where you were.
That's Corey, and that guy's Adam.
Yeah?
Right. And that's Sarah. You knew that.
Well, of course I see them
and
all.
That's Jessica over there.
Jessica,
and
hi.
Yeah.
Wow, so this is a big party for you today, huh?
Hard to believe.
What?
50 years.
50 years, right? We made a mistake. It was a couple or something, but Marty, it's so nice to see you, huh? I came all the way from Texas.
Wow, I was going to ask you where you were from.
Well, that's why.
Did you know Sarah? Where he was from?
Huh? She had to know that. Of course she did. Huh? Wow.
Tell me about this big bird fellow.
Well, what are you going to tell us?
Something, you know. What about you? Tell me something.
Bert and Ernie and all those guys. Yeah. I'll tell you. This is just one Sesame Street.
First time you met
I always knew you that way.
personally?
How about a hug? Huh? She said hug to you, Bert. Come on. Come on. Here's Nathan. Hi, Nathan.
Yes. I think you knew before I knew.
I was in go to the hospital.
I'll tell you, Marty, you've got a lot of wonderful friends.
I know it. Look at them all.
What do you think?
Come right in, come right in.
Now, is this Uncle Marty?
Great.
Is this Grandpa Marty?
Oh, look who's here.
I don't know. There's so many. What
It's hard to believe I see it, Grandpa. Oh, one more guy.
Wow.
Hey, Marge. Oh, great. I bet he is. He's getting pink pink. I got a smile from Max. Hey, there we go.
My goodness gracious. Hi, Ernie. Fine, thank you. Wow.
Watch him, he likes to go back to it, Brett. He's crying, but he's over there. He don't want to
There's a fan right near us. I didn't know what to do with all this. I'm going to do it. Show up. I'm not.
Does it? Well, I got a blanket too, but I had to leave it home.
I didn't forget my blanket.
You get hair in your mouth.
Yeah, we put that one out. This is better than Sesame. There you go.
I think that one goes up there.
Is that where it is?
How are you?
Hi, sweetie, how are you?
Oh, just fine, thank you. You got the phone right here. Where's Marty?
Yeah,
You keep hiding on me.
Cola.
Where is Marty?
Nathan.
Here I am, Big Bird.
Marty!
Nathan.
Here I am.
You gotta
Corey,
take these
Corey.
lovely balloons
Corey.
off.
Corey.
I know what we gotta do.
I suppose these kids would like one.
Joy.
Well, yeah, they won't type kind of easy.
Okay, let's see.
Well, we gotta do a happy birthday for Marty here. Are we ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marty. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Oh, should I say quack, quack? Quack.
Wait, do it good?
Sure. All right, Marty. Boy, I'll tell you. Yeah, you did.
I'm sort of an adopted grandfather, right?
Okay, well.
Happy
Well, Marty. I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll see you again. Maybe we'll bring the rest of the crowd.
Oh, when the rest of the crowd gets here?
Bert, Ernie, maybe one of these days, huh? When you reach 50.
Yeah, that'll be a few years.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, Marty. Okay? All right. You have a happy.
How do I do it? Fine.
Yes, oh yeah, excellent. Marty, have a good one.
You bet I will.
Oh my God.
Hey, kids.
Oh, that was good.
Hey, kids. What do you suppose I should do with these balloons? You have any idea? Which one would you like?
How about that, Jeff?
Oh, here. This one?
Isn't that nice of Big Bird to come visit?
But he's just in a costume.
Stand there and hug. Really?
That's when you catch it.
Her hair, so straight.
Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a bit. Okay, paying attention.
This is a toast to my father, Martin P. Sivan, who's taught me many things throughout the years, and there's three that I'd like to share with you today. The first one is that no one ever minds a father's unsolicited advice as long as it begins with, advice is cheap, or you didn't ask me anyhow. The second is something he taught me when I was flunking geometry in high school, and that was, it's your bed, you make it, you lie in it. And I want you to know, Dad, I've made myself a very comfortable bed. The third one is that your spouse is your best friend, your family, your number one priority, and your children, your biggest joy. Thanks, Dad.
Okay? In celebration of the 60th birthday of Mr. Martin. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll do it the way when I hit 50, the only way I could get through it was to say 49 plus 1. So if you want me to say 50 plus 10. And as you all know, I'm a bookkeeper, and usually it adds up to 60. Not always. It probably is quite well known that the guest of honor today, Mr. Martin P. Sivan, has been a very important part of my life. Possibly better known, at least to me, as Uncle Marty. Oh, this is Larry's, excuse me. No wonder I have two. You're supposed to read that. Let's start over again. Another big one, February 6, 1991. In April 1953, I worked at State Mutual Life Assurance with a girl from Spencer. She told me all about this nice young soldier who was fighting in Korea. He was due to be discharged any day. Being the shy girl that I was, I came to Spencer 4 or 5 times to visit my friend Janet. I met his parents, and even stole a peek at him when he was ducking into the Massasoit bar. This is true. He looked handsome, skinny, but not bad at all. Finally, in October, I met my skinny knight in shining armor. Not bad, but he doesn't ever talk. We dated, and every Friday evening we had lobster at the famous Messier's Diner. He sure knew the way to win me over. Finally, on December 25th, 1954, he surprised me with a diamond ring, and before he ran away, we were married on June 5th, 1955. We had Melanie in November of 56, a cute big fatty. In September 1961 came a cute bigger Todd, and in May 1964 a cute Keith, but much smaller. He only weighed 9.5 pounds. Over the years, through thick and thin, we were a very happy family, always vacationing together, and although Marty was the famous traveling salesman, I knew I never had to worry about the farmer's daughter. He was also a wonderful father, changing diapers, bathing the children, reading to them. Of course, our dinner table was like the Kennedy family table, discussing history, news, and of course, politics. Then as the children grew older, we went to the baseball route, the dance lesson route, and what other father cried when Keith finished high school and there would be no more parents' nights. As time went on, we have been the travelers, Ripon, Wisconsin, back and forth to Syracuse, New York, and all of a sudden, weddings and 3 and a fraction, smarter than anyone else's grandchildren. Although Marty has grown a little chubbier, a little grayer, a little more talkative, he's still my knight in shining armor.
I'm 60. She has to
And I wrote it all myself. It took me weeks. Next.
I'll go, I guess. Cousin Larry will go, or I'll go? Cousin Larry. Cousin Larry. In celebration of the 60th birthday of Mr. Martin P. Sivan, it is It probably is quite well known that the guest of honor today, Mr. Martin P. Sivan, has been a very important part of my life. Possibly better known, at least to me, as Uncle Marty. Marty gave freely of his time in the early years to help care for me. Marty took me to many places and spent countless hours talking to me. Largely because of the time we spent talking, I became perhaps the East Coast's second foremost expert on the history of the Korean conflict. What I most appreciated, however, was Marty's remarkable understanding. Marty was tolerant beyond every conceivable expectation of the fact that for a period of time I had shared a bed with his lovely bride, Dorothy. Of course, Dorothy wasn't a bride at the time. I've always believed that if I knew then what I know now, Marty would not have been quite so understanding or tolerant. Of course, as is the case in life, not everything turns out to be a plus, despite best intentions. It is broadly known Marty took me on numerous trips in his Pepsi truck. Unfortunately, since that time, I've never been able to drink Coke. This has proven to be a substantial detriment in franchises where only Coke is served. It is indeed a substantial hardship to eat burgers with nothing to wash them down. And of course, it would not be kosher to wash down a burger with milk. On the positive side, however, because I love Pepsi so much, I've also developed quite an affinity for Ray Charles. Unlike Uncle Marty has given strong support to me in my life. I believe he knows how important this was and how much it is appreciated. On this significant and auspicious occasion, the entire Bernstein family sends its love and best wishes to Mr. Martin P. Sivan, Uncle Marty. Love, Larry, Ellie, Michael, Harry, Frisky the cat, Betsy the dog. Your turn? Okay, Corey's turn. Gotta listen up, because we're a little bit soft when we do it. Okay? I do the second part, okay? I do the over part, okay? And he always finds time that he's willing to spend being your grandpa.
Being your friend.
That was great. Did you hear that?
Hey, everyone, he read it correctly.
Probably me.
Bye-bye, Marty.
Bye, thank you.
They've done their share.
This is from Buddy and Esther Carr. To Marty Sivan, the birthday boy. Reference your recently received invitation. We are extremely pleased to toast you on the occasion of your 60th birthday. It gives us great pleasure to know that you have survived 60 years of living on this earth, over half these years as part of the infamous Siegel family. If you can survive another 30 years with us, you've got it made. So from sunny Florida, we wish you a most happy birthday and many happy, healthy years to follow. How does one roast Marty? We can't say anything bad about you, even in a family way. We do know, however, that you are the only GI from Korea to get discharged a virgin. That is until Dorothy got a hold of you. You ended up with 3 kids and 3.5 grandchildren. This Persian Gulf thing must have stirred up memories of your wartime service in your many stories. We understand Ted Koppel has made you an offer. Don't take it. Hold out for Mike Wallace. If they send you to the Gulf, let your salesman's sense of direction take over. So you don't go south on 93 when you should have gone north. like you and Dorothy did on your vacation. Of course, it would be easier now because you'll be able to see where you're going, since you don't have to look over a pile of cigarette butts in your ashtray. Since we all want to win the war as quickly as possible, we now give you some sage advice. Forget about the liberal pacifists like Kennedy, Mrs. Barney Frank, or ex-tank driver Dukakis, and listen to outstanding patriotic Americans, Nixon, Reagan, Bush, and Pogo.
I gotta meet this guy.
You get along well with them.
Now, Marty, before we get into the serious stuff, I personally want to tell you that you're cute tushy from the first time I saw it long ago at Nantasket. It was like a good wine, only improved with age. You want to meet this guy? Seriously, you're a real man and a wonderful husband, father, and grandfather, a hard worker with much perseverance, honest gentleman, good provider, and a diaper changer deluxe champ. Happy birthday, love always, Esther and Buddy.
In case anybody wants to know, that's my Republican brother-in-law.
Folks, I didn't prepare a roast for Marty. I didn't think I could compete with some of the others in the family. But Marty warned me about that early. About 5.5 years ago, I guess, I found him on the telephone in Plattsburgh, New York, at the Days Inn. And I asked him if I could marry his daughter, and if I could join the family. And he's been a great person to be around, but I gotta tell you, he warned me about the seagulls and the carps and the burax, and told me I had to take them all or none. Should have thought about it, Mark. But you were right, and you've welcomed me, and it's been a lot of fun, and you've been a lot of inspiration. I'm glad I'm here. Thanks, Mark.
Say no that night.
You wouldn't have had it, Mark.
Misery loves company.
And the damn bundles.
Why should I have had to suffer all these years alone? Here was a guy that was walking in with his eyes wide open. And I said, okay. I said, can you go ahead.
You know, and you've had assistance with the bundles ever since. So.
For the last week or so, I've been racking my brain about what I was going to say about my dad, which would be a fitting tribute to him on his 60th birthday. Would it be some funny story, like the time he tucked a restaurant tablecloth into his pants instead of a napkin, and proceeded to stand up and pull all the dishes onto the floor? Would it be a story about Marty's generosity, like the fact that for approximately the last 18 years, he has gotten up at 4 a.m. each Labor Day to make omelets with the fathers of Little Leaguers, even though neither Todd or I have been in Little League since 1978. Would it be a story about how Marty has changed through the years? For instance, years ago, his only hobbies were smoking, drinking coffee, and eating, whereas now his hobbies include walking, cross-country skiing, and eating. No, none of these were really what I wanted to talk about, and as of this morning, I still didn't know how I would pay tribute. Then this morning, it came to me crystal clear what makes Marty special, and it has to do with the word family. In Webster's Encyclopedia of Dictionaries, family is defined as parents and their children, children of the same parents, descendants of one common ancestor. To me, it is much more than that. To me, it is the fact that the 5 siblings are probably closer than any family I know. To me, it is the ease that Dawn, Stephen, and Jennifer have become siblings. To me, it is the way that Corey, Erica, and Max have bonded with their grandfather. To me, it is Sarah and Adam Barber coming down to see Marty each day when they lived here. To me, family is my friend Bill bringing his wife and baby daughter to our house every Christmas day. To me, it is a birthday party like this. I guess it seems obvious that Noah Webster didn't have a father like I do, because my definition would be nothing like his.
If anyone anyone would like, before we go any further, if anyone would like to know the tablecloth story, if they haven't heard it before. Traveling as many years, you don't want to hear it.
I never heard it. No, I've never heard it. Bring it on.
Traveling as many years, you have to have one or two stories. About 10 years ago, I was in Glens Falls, New York. It was a cold winter night. Right across the street from the hotel I was staying in was a Red Coach Grill. You remember the Red Coach Grills?
How are you?
Figured, oh, great. We were there for dinner. I went over, and as I was seated at a round table, and instead of a tablecloth, there was a red cloth runner right down the center of the table. Beautiful roaring fireplace, and I say it was an extremely cold night. I had a drink, and as I was having the drink, my red napkin kept falling off my lap. They also had a salad bar. I said, well, what I'll do is after I go to the salad bar, I'll just take the napkin and tuck it in. And came back to the salad bar, tucked the napkin in, at least I thought I tucked the napkin in, and had dinner, had coffee. The waitress brought the check. I handed her my American Express, signed the check, and I got up to leave. When I got up to leave, I cleaned the whole damn table. I looked down and I didn't have the faintest idea what was going on. It was this pewter coffee pot. Coffee spilling every place. I looked down on the floor and I saw the red napkin on the floor first. And then I looked down, and of course, as you can see, I don't know what you call one of these. I looked over my belly, and I had tucked the runner in my pants instead of the napkins. When I got up and stepped back, I just cleaned the table. But that's what Keith was referring to.
I'm going to read this for our matriarch, Grandma Siegel. On account of the license. How Dorothy met Marty. Dorothy was working at the Metropolitan Insurance Company. State Mutual. I only read what it says. With a girl named Jeanette, whose mother was working for Mrs. Sivan, Marty's mother, in a children's and women's store on Mechanic Street in Spencer. She used to tell her about Marty. Dorothy became interested, and several times she went to the store to take a peek at him, but he was in Worcester working for a Pepsi-Cola bottling company at the time of the tornado and was delayed getting home. Then she came to Spencer another time, and he was at the bar at the Massasoit Hotel. But she fooled him this time. She came on the bus with her niece Debbie, who was 16 months old, with the carriage and bundles, and stayed at his parents' store long enough for Marty to come to pick up his mother at closing time. She asked him to drive Dorothy home. Mrs. Sivan liked the way Dorothy took care of her niece and had a premonition that she would make a good wife and mother. She was right. And after keeping company for about a year and a half, they got married, had 3 beautiful children, Melanie, Todd, and Keith. Raised them to become fine adults. Marty is famous for his storytelling, especially about the Korean War he was in. You can listen to him for hours. He also likes to read up on history and any book he can get a hold of. Marty is a son-in-law any mother-in-law can be proud of. I sure am. That's her now. Not you. He is a loving husband and a wonderful father and a great grandfather. Still carries
That was a grandfather, not great-grandfather.
I took it that way. And he still... And he still carries bundles. I guess so. I love him as if he was my own son. I'm wishing him good luck, good health, and happiness always. Love, Mother Lily.
Not bad for an 87-year-old chick.
Happy birthday, Marty. That's
probably Wendy saying go on. Happy birthday, Marty. Happy birthday, Marty. Happy birthday, Marty.
Best wishes on your birthday, Marty.
And many, many more, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty. Many more.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty. May you have 60 times 60 more, with just as good food.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty. Hi, Marty. Happy birthday. Happy 60th.
Teriyaki chicken.
Say happy birthday to Marty when the camera's on.
Happy birthday, Marty. And many more.
Say happy birthday to Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, buddy! Birthday, Marty!
Happy birthday. We're going to take him some walks up the Quabbin pretty soon, my friend.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty. It's not so bad.
Happy birthday to Marty Truthbell.
Happy birthday, Marty. Max says happy birthday too.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Days, weeks.
Hi, Erica. Hi.
I got my resume.
Hi, you.
Not good enough to get sent out. Yeah. And I'll send some out. I'm not gonna waste much money.
Tom lives in your old apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you met him.
I hate the little.
Tom's living? Did you see it? Grandma blow him out?
And that man is taking a picture of you doing it, the camera's right on you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marty. Happy birthday to you. How old are you? Okay.
Okay, do I have to blow the candles out?
No, I think you're gonna need some help.
Wait a minute. Would any of you kids like to help me?
I know.
How about you, Nathan?
Where's Adam? Adam, go help blow out the candles.
Max, I don't think.
Adam, how about Ari?
Who are we missing? Where's
Ari.
Jessica?
Ari and Austin.
Anybody got a match? Wait a minute, we gotta do it again. Everybody get a chance. Not over here, Austin. No? Okay. Okay, all kids, I was gonna give a nickel to the one that had the best blow, but I don't know.
You plugged yourself in.
I'm still following through on your reputation. It's supposed to be Bill. These are all nickels, aren't they?
Nathan.
Austin, you go out.
Nathan.
Todd wants you.
Nathan.
God wants you.
Yeah, buddy.
Nathan didn't get it? Dorothy, you got some coins?
Can you show me how you play the drums?
Steven, do you have any coins in your heart? Where's Nathan? Where's Nathan?
What do you need? I have it.
Nathan didn't get it. Oh, okay.
Very unimpressive drum solo by Nathan just then. Cost me a cookie.
Yes, I do.
You get so big so fast. Martin, happy birthday. Glad I could be here. Find it hard to believe you're 60 years old. But one heck of a father. Love you. I'll be there to celebrate the next 50 with you.
Happy birthday, Marty, even if it is your 50 plus 10 birthday. You've been a great husband, and very happy to do this today for you.
The Ode to Martin P. Here's when it begun, in the year 31, with Ethel and Israel to blame. The heavens did part, and out dropped young Mart, and the world has never been the same. Now here's the progression, as we began the Depression, with somewhat of a strange twist of fate. The food that he hated left him so emaciated, he was forced to drink beer to gain weight. Then Spencer got nervous when Mart joined the service, was sent to the town of Fort Hood. His eyebrows did raise when he set Korea ablaze, and he was sent home to Spencer for good. Though not a graduate from Wharton, old Martin went courtin' to see if he could find him a filly. He made it all legal when he hauled in a seagull, but along with his catch he got Lily. On the night of their wedding, before they christened their bedding, upon leaving their post-marital bash, Marty took his new wife, nearly ended her life, when he slammed her in the door of his Nash. Has 2 sons and a daughter, goes through new cars like water, peddling floor wax and stripper and seal. He's a long-distance driver, though he's quite a survivor, facing the back seat while steering the wheel. Be it about the local spinster or the Methodist minster, he always has a tale to tell. No, Marty's not phony, slightly full of baloney. Floor wax ain't the only bull that he sells. He's now 60 years young, and he claims he's still hung, and now he's a grandpa of 3. Though he's not climbing fences, he's still got his senses, but complains that it hurts when he pee. Mart, please stop that poopin', or I'll send you to Tupin's, screamed Dorothy, holding her breath. With a cannon-like sphincter, Martin nearly extinct her by fartin' dear Dot to her death. So I asked the librarian, what's a sextagenarian? And she gave me a look that could kill. If we're talking about pop, he can sure see the top, but he's certainly not over the hill. He's now 80 old, or so we are told, and at 60 we give him our blessing. Mart, right till the end, you're my number 1 friend, but please move your tie from the dressing. Love you.
Sherry's gonna be on it.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Look, he's not eating.
Oh.
You're not gonna get more orders because of all this nonsense?
I'll get your mother too.
Oh, please do.
Hi, Tim.
We need to look at
Hi, Kimberly.
Kim.
Hi, Crystal.
You too, Mom.
I have to have you say happy birthday to you.
But she doesn't go up.
How would I
up.
have to say happy birthday?
That means
No, I have to
she's
have you.
Crystal.
Yes.
When she
Yes.
talks, that means
Happy birthday, Marty, even if it is 50 plus 10.
Wait, you gotta wait till I count to 3.
Oh, shit.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, Marty, even if it is your 50 plus 10 birthday. You've been a great husband and very happy to do this today for you. Cut it off. It makes me nervous.
Okay, get me now, seeing as I hate doing it.
Come with me if you want to live. Come on!
1L19, I got a hit-and-run felony. Suspect vehicle, late model gray Ford, headed westbound on 7th. He's really moving, punching lights all the way, and I'm gonna need an ambulance at 7th and Broadway right now. Hey, hold it! Oh! Oh, God!
All units watch for a late model gray Ford, last seen westbound on 7th and Broadway.
Hold on. Are you injured? Are you shot? Do exactly what I say. Exactly. Don't move unless I say. Don't make a sound unless I say. You understand? Do you understand?
Please, don't hurt me.
I'm here to help you. I'm Reese, Sergeant TechCom, PN 38416, assigned to protect you. You've been targeted for termination.
Attempt to intercept in National and Overland within 1L19.
This is 1L19, westbound on Olympic, approaching Overland.
1L19,
This is a mistake. I didn't do anything.
No, but you will. It's very important that you live.
This isn't true. How could that man just get up after you did?
It's not a man. Machine. Terminator. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101.
A machine? Like a robot?
Not a robot. Cyborg. Cybernetic organism.
No, he was bleeding.
Just a second.